Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil lay inside your box now while the angels fly over my headstone.
I had to do this intro over again because you know your boy Big Serbs, he gets so ahead of himself sometimes that he didn't even press record when he was supposed to, speaking to the audience in the third person. But I did this Feedman fucking intro where I said, you know, Don DeMarco and shit like that, because whenever we have Don DeMarco, DJ Don DeMarco on the podcast, that's all I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be like, yo, why didn't they have engineers in all of the rap battles for Smack, bro? Especially like from, I want to say, when did Don DeMarco come into the events? Like I want to say the early 2010s to the end, to like maybe towards the end of the 10s. He was the DJ, but basically there was just so many fucking ad-libs, sound effects that were not mixed right, in my opinion. And I don't know why, bro. I don't understand why, you know, you, like the rappers, they be rapping, they be spitting and shit, and then you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I'm like really into this dude. I'm really into the battle right now, and I gotta hear fucking shit like that. No disrespect to Nas. I'm just saying it's kind of little, you know, going down the road of Funky Town. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy Smack battles. You know, all the Smack battles. You feel me? And we'll get into that a little bit later on. But this episode 26 is called Timber, because Rick Ross is out here cutting down trees, almost cutting down. He's looking up YouTube videos. He got a chainsaw, got his homie to film him and cut down a tree. Like, there were so many comments on the social media talking about Rick Ross could have died. The tree could have fell on him. Imagine if his homie had filmed him with his phone or whatever the fuck, and the tree fell on him, bruh. Can you imagine just like having the phone in your hands and Rick Ross, he's over here grinding the tree down, and it fell on him or something like that. He tried to run away and it hit him, and like he's like fucking the chainsaw's like spinning like the Chainsaw Massacre and shit, and like you don't know like what to do, so you just hit stop, and then you could dial 911, and then Rick Ross is on the way to the hospital talking about uploaded and shit. This is fucking God forgives trees, but Rick Ross don't, and shit like that. I don't know, man. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Independent shit, man. When you just got your own money to do fucking funny shit like this. This was hilarious to me, bro. Like, didn't they say they was gonna charge $10,000 to cut his tree down or something like that? But here's the thing: if you don't spend $10,000, okay, so let me just fucking sidetrack from here. My grandma had this fucking dope palm tree that was like fucking huge. Like, this palm tree was like, I want to say at least like 50 feet high. Like, it was like a fucking marvel of a palm tree. And it was fucking just old. And I don't know why my grandma decided to cut it down, but she cut it down one day. And one day I came to my grandma's and it was chopped down, and I was like, I was kind of upset, man. I was like, why? Like, why would my grandma do that? Like, I don't know if it was like a safety issue or the neighbors complain. Because, your neighbors are complaining about something. They're always going to complain about, you coming out the house in your boxers with your gun. And they're like, yo, we don't know how safe that is. Or neighbors are like snitches, especially white neighbors or like neighbors that they're not from around the area. Like they're new neighbors and they just see you do weird shit or shit that other neighbors have seen before, but they're just like, they're not down with it. They're not down with the tierra, so they'll just snitch like bitches. But one day the tree was chopped down and then it was chopped into pieces, and we could have had a nice fire, some nice bonfires with that palm tree, but I don't know what happened. But the moral of the story is I'm praising Rick Ross for his I don't know, I guess his just the way that he went about the fucking situation. Because if a motherfucker tried to, because this is the thing, he probably looked up in a phone book some white contractor or some white, fucking Ted's tree chop service or whatever the fuck, and they told him, yeah, we'll do this shit for you for 10 G's. But in the back of the phone book, right there on the Mexican section on the penny saver, there was Herman's tree service that he could have, for $1,000, chopped all the trees, trimmed all the trees he needed, got them recycled, and would have gave him $50 back and whatever for fucking the recycling of the trees. And I just think that's hilarious to me that Rick Ross is out here chopping trees. He's lumberjack. He's fucking Timber from Pokemon. Rick Ross is out here taking all the jobs away from rednecks and the union tree services and shit like that. Everyone's gonna call Rick Ross when they need a Christmas tree now, when fucking they need tree services done and shit like that. Rick Ross is awesome, bro. Like Ricky Rose, Maybach music. He cut down a fucking tree and he made the social media go crazy. Like, that's where we are with the social media shit. This is the shit that I be talking about. Motherfuckers are so fucking bored, that when a black man chops down a tree after he did a song with Drake, this shit'll just go viral. And then the whole backstory with it, like, Rick Ross really got a lot of pointers from DJ Khaled when Khaled was killing the Snapchat game. Now that Khaled is not fucking with Snapchat, or I don't know what the situation is, Snapchat is dead. Like, who goes on Snapchat? Snapchat at this point is where Vine was, like, shortly before they closed Vine down. And I'm really sad about that too. You could probably go see my Vines, but I mean, at this point, though, that like all the Vines that I had was when I was like barely making music. I was still in college. I was still smoking weed, drinking Henny, fucking just wilding out, bruh. And Vine was some short-lived shit, bro. I don't even think Vine had like a good solid 3 years of just people making funny Vines, producers. Like, I got into Tampa Beats through Vine because he would have 7-second loops. I'm fucking tongue-tied over here. But 7-second loops, man, that was the shit. Producers got on from that shit. A bunch of producers. That made a lot of motherfuckers rethink, a loop don't gotta be 12 seconds, fucking 5, whatever, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. A loop could literally just be 7 motherfucking seconds, and you could be fucking banging that shit for hundreds of loops at a time, bruh. And then I don't know if fools were getting paid off of that shit. I don't know. I'm not a fucking social marketing equity genius over here. I'm just telling you my 2 cents about social media because Vine died. Snapchat is getting buried alive right now. And Facebook is on the way too, bro. Who the fuck goes on Facebook? I feel like the only reason why Facebook is still around because motherfuckers from abroad and like India or some shit like that, they want to connect and be friends with people and poke them and tag them and just write their whole posts about bullshit. Oh, I'm eating top ramen in the fucking cave somewhere next to a fucking eel or some shit like that. And speaking of abroad, we're about to get into World War III, motherfuckers. Putin invaded the Ukraine. And I've been watching videos of this tank running over a car. Thank God the person didn't die. And then I seen a video of a jet flying down. And from like fucking 2 missiles. And fucking, you know, I heard babies crying and shit like that. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know the politics. I don't even want to know the politics of this shit. But this is very reminiscent of when Hitler invaded Poland and World War II got started over that shit. So, I'm really just in awe. And then these people fucking wanna, scapegoat like the Ukraine. Like people want to talk down on the Ukraine because they see videos of black people. Like there's still racism in the Ukraine. Like, so that makes it okay for them to be fucking invaded and killed and fucking just taken over. Like, can you imagine America being taken over by Canada or something like that? And then Mexicans are and Mexico's over here like, well, you know, fucking Americans are fucking racist towards Mexicans, so we don't give a fuck about Canada invading America. It's like, no, bruh. It's like, y'all niggas is bored. You fucking kids on the internet, either trolling or just ignorant or dumb as fuck. That's a Venn diagram, like ignorant, dumb as fuck, and stupidity or whatever the fuck I said before. It's all in the Venn diagram, and you know what? Is in the core of that fucking Venn diagram is arrogance. The fucking balls on you little pee-wee niggas over here just not even giving a fuck about your fellow brothers and sisters, bro. I get it that there's some racist shit. And hey, we're all a little racist and some things can happen and shit like that. But guess what, bro? The world is still spinning, bro, regardless. But that don't got shit to do with Russia. You think Ukrainians are racist to fucking black people while Russia is shooting missiles and fucking shooting motherfuckers in the head in the Ukraine? No! So you fucking dumbasses on the internet gotta chill the fuck out with your ignorance, stupidity, with your little balls, paws, fucking no dick having niggas. Just need to chill the fuck out. All right? Now I'm telling you what you told me. Just relax. Shout out to Capital Steez, bro. Rest in peace to the homie. You know, that was I forgot what song that was. And if at one point, Capital Steez was the greatest rapper alive to me. I mean, he was, bro. If we're talking lyrically, sonically, putting music together, having a real strong moral, ethical message with his music. Steez is probably one of the greatest rappers to ever live. So we're going to get off the Ukraine bullshit for a second. We're just going to talk about Conway the Machine's new album, God Don't Make Mistakes. Now this album, apparently, is Conway's last album on Shady Records. Let's give a hand. We giving a hand, Presley. We're celebrating for Conway. Woo! La Máquina. Conway's off Shady, Segun. And I'm proud of my bro Conway, the homie. I've already openly spoke about how Conway is the shit. He is an innovator, a genius. He's one of the most. When he first came out on the scene, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, is this for on the most wanted list or something like that? This motherfucker shooting motherfuckers, talking about crazy cocaine stories and Prada shit, designer shit, all in the same breath, bruh. God don't make mistakes. Had a lot of highs, greater highs, but there were some lows in it, bruh. I feel like Conway with this music, it gets a little redundant, man. He's talking about how he was selling dope, shooting motherfuckers, and it's cool, man. We could talk about that. Oh, and he always talks about how he was shot and fucking how he was paralyzed and how motherfuckers couldn't survive there in his position. Which is great, bruh. But I feel like this is the thing. If you said it already, especially if you said it better before, you got to switch it up or at least make it a little different or unique than the first time. Because the cow was really like the first time where it sunk in. They had a perfect beat. You had Gun on there. And the cow was probably the best song where he talked about getting shot in the head. And I feel like now it's kind of like he's doing a kind of like lesser rendition of the cow on certain songs. So this album I feel like had some lows lyrically in that sense, but the song Stressed is my favorite song. He talks about like, you know, he's like in a therapy session. He's talking about admitting to being an alcoholism, which I've always kind of seen like him drinking, especially like when I kicked it with him, like those 2 times. He's always faded in his interviews, but I never really wanted to openly speak about his alcohol consumption until right now on this track, Stress. My favorite track, might be one of my top 5, maybe top 10, because I got a lot of Conway songs that I love. But probably top 10 for sure, Conway songs that I've ever heard. It's just retrospective, man. It's just shit that he's going on in his life. He's not really talking about back in the day or selling dope or nothing like that. It's really about his life, you know. It made me almost want to cry, bro. He was talking about, you know, how he was holding his baby that had passed, and getting a new one and having a new baby, which fucked him up mentally. So it was just a great track. I really appreciate the honesty, especially when rappers, they just kind of, you know, we could talk about braggadocious shit and all that, but what is you really saying, bro? And this is one of the tracks where I get what he's saying. Like, I really understand. Like, he's trying to get people to understand his position, that the money don't mean shit, the fame don't mean shit. He's like, going through some shit, bruh. So shout out to Conway. That's an awesome track. Let me look at my notes real quick so I don't miss anything. I appreciate the new polished Griselda sound that, you know, I know Alchemist is on it. That Piano Love is a pretty good song. I like Lock Low. That's a dope song. But I feel like the mixing on that one was off. So I feel, you know, if Stress was mixed like that, I'd really not like the song just because of the mix. But I hate that I'm an engineer, bro, because I can't listen to it with my fan ears. But honestly, I couldn't really hear Conway. And then when Beans got on the track, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is this for whispering or something? So they really got to catch that in the engineering process. The ending was crazy with God Don't Make Mistakes, where it's like his mom, I guess she is like kind of like if Conway had passed, like how she would be feeling and stuff. So that was crazy as fuck. Overall, I'd give this album a 7.2. It's not the best Conway album, but I will say it's better than the last few. Like I don't know, man. Griselda, like I said, peak Griselda was like 2016, 17. And I feel like their music now is kind of like trying to relive their superstardom rise to fame and being signed to Shady. But I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. I gave it a 7.2. I wish Conway would have fleshed out some of his ideas, like on Stressed or God Don't Make Mistakes. It kind of feels like half of the songs on the album he had in mind, like fleshed out, and then he just started adding songs that didn't really have anything to do with the album. So overall, give it a 7.2. And for y'all that think that I'm hating or something like that on these scores that I'm gonna start giving out to these artists, these awesome artists, you gotta understand, Reject 1 and 2 are some of my favorite albums of all time. Reject on Steroids, I think, was like an experience for me. Like the first time I ever heard it was on the way from the Roxy when I had seen Conway, the whole Griselda. I dropped my cousin off in the hood in South Central, and I was banging that Reject on Steroids. So it's a whole experience for me, bro. It's not gonna be everybody's experience. So if you a hater, suck a dick and hop off some other shit and do what you got to do, bro. Because this is my show, and if you don't fuck with it, go listen to something else, bro. You could go to fucking Bitch Face Podcast and they'll lie to you and talk and tell you that God Don't Make Mistakes is Conway's best album. These fags will fucking tell you that this is like Conway's not gonna top this album, and then the next album he comes out with, they're gonna say he can't top this album. So I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm a real Griselda fan. I've been listening to Griselda music since I was in high school, bro. I'm fucking, I don't even fucking go to school anymore, bro. I'm figuring my life out, and we just going that way, you feel me? And if you think this is a bad score, let's talk about that Donda 2. Now, Donda 2, whew, what a fucking pile of garbage, bro. This whole now we went from Conway to Kanye, right? Kanye, as Kim K would say, Kanye. This fucking dude needs to stop with the theatrics, stop with the bullshit, just stop, Kanye. I don't know what you need to do. You need to take a flight out to South Africa or wherever part of Africa Dave Chappelle went. Get with him. Just get the fuck out of here with these social media theatrics to sell your album or whatever you want to do with this bullshit you have in mind. Cause this album was pure ass. Future had to save this album from being a fucking 0.001. And in my opinion, Future demolished this shit. And I'm not really a big fan of the XXX Tentacion feature that, that was on it. I see some fans, they're frolicking about it. Oh my God, he got X on the album. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. But like, you have him on singing, doing that shit, and then you're like fucking talking about like some bullshit. So I don't understand what Ye is doing, but thank God he had Future. Thank God he had Future. Because Pay to Talk is one of the most banging Ye tracks I've ever heard. Like, as far as trap songs, I don't even really like Kanye's shit. Like, I don't even really think he could really do trap music. But this Pay to Talk shit was the shit, bruh. So because of that, I'm rating it a 1.8. 1.8. This was a hot pile of doo-doo. But besides Pay to Talk, this was garbage. But Pay to Talk literally made it go from a 0.001 to a 1.8. So shout out to Future, saving music like you always do. Arsonal was arrested in Cancun. Arsonal was on the Joe Budden podcast with Ice and Ish, and he was talking about how he was rolling up some weed. Some cops hopped out. They chased him. I guess like they tackled him. and somebody had their he was yelling out, he was like screaming record, and nobody would record, because honestly he probably thought that the Mexicans over there were like turning their back or turning a blind eye to him. But in all honesty, Arsonal, you gotta understand, bro. Mexico's a different world. I understand you're in Cancun, the cartel protects Cancun and shit like that, but you gotta understand the cartels is at war right now with the police, and the police, it's been like that for decades, bruh. So I don't know if he thought he was gonna. Oh, and this is the funny thing. Ish is over here like, yo, they be kidnapping Americans over there, yo. And it's like, Ish, shut the fuck up, my nigga. You shouldn't talk about shit that you had no idea. Like, have you been snatched up? Do you know people who've been snatched up? No. Shut the fuck up. Please stop with your bullshit ass opinion that holds no validity, no fucking weight in this conversation, because you're just making shit worse. I know, and I don't want to sound racist, so please just bear with me. I'm going to say some things that might offend some people. I know my black brothers and sisters love talking shit about Mexicans and these jumping beans, these cucaracha, machakas, shakas, or whatever the fuck y'all like to talk about us when you're drinking with your friends and you're talking about Taco Bell and how these beaners love fucking running trains on bitches and shit like that. Like, that's cool, but what are we really talking about, my nigga? Arsonal ran from the cops. Number one, that makes it a big red flag in Mexico for the police. They're at war with the cartel. They don't know who you are. If you had your jewelry or whatever, that makes it even weirder. Like, Mexicans don't watch battle rap. Battle rap ain't big in Mexico. So they're not looking at you like Arsonal, the big fucking international battle rap star. They're looking at you like, who is this black guy with fucking all this jewelry on in Cancun? Let's hop out and see what the situation is. You run, you take off, right? That looks even crazier. So, of course, they're gonna fucking apprehend you, because only people who are guilty of shit in Mexico run away from the police. If you don't know, my black brothers and sisters, a lot of West Africans, a lot of Haitians have been migrating to Mexico as of recently. So you don't know what the fuck the police are investigating. You don't know what kind of crimes that are going on right now that are being committed by our West African brothers and sisters. No disrespect to our African black brothers and sisters out there. I'm just saying, it looked, from the view of the police in Mexico, it looked crazy, bro, that you got jewelry on and you skated on them. Like, the first thing, bro. They probably thought you were a trafficker. They probably thought you was a drug dealer, to be honest. They probably tackled you because they wanted information and all that shit. So this clip of the video got taken down literally right after I watched it. So thank God I could talk about this. This is like God telling me you need to speak about this. So he was arrested and somebody was filming it and he was telling him, bro, like, just relax. Like just chill the fuck out. And I really have nothing. I mean, nothing happened. He didn't fucking spend any crazy amount of time in jail. He was obviously released. And that's pretty much it, bro. That was his story. And I just want to kind of just share this with the audience, because we need to just stop the racism. Like I told y'all about the Ukraine shit. Here is another example of why we just need to chill the fuck out, because right away, when some shit happens or some little fucking misunderstanding happens, right away, we're back to square one again, and we letting all these white people fucking tell us that we're fucking N-words and that we should just be put in our place and shit like that. So let's just stop the racism, build the understanding, do the knowledge, and maybe, just maybe, we can make the world a better place. Wouldn't that be nice if motherfuckers would just stop calling us niggas and spics and beaners and shit like that, and we could actually address our brothers and sisters as such? like the fucking black and brown kings and queens that we really are? If you agree with me, hit the thumbs up, because I'm speaking some real shit. I'm on a roll, baby. Presley, I'm on a roll, dog. I'm on a roll, dog. So, Nick Cannon had the hottest rapper list, and he named Hitman Holla the hottest rapper out right now. Geechee spoke about this on his podcast. It was hilarious. He got it wrong. He was with B-Dot, and B-Dot even told him Geechee Gotti right now is the hottest in the game. He's the most smoking shit out right now. And to be honest, it shouldn't be surprising, because Nick Cannon and Hitman Holla, they do wild, and now they're out and wilding, and fucking Geechee shouldn't have been that mad. But I understand the rant. I understand the podcast. He was potted and shit like that. I'm sure Geechee Gotti don't give a fuck. In my opinion, Geechee should have won Champion of the Year 5 times in a row, or at least 19, 20, or 4 times in a row, right? From 19 to 22. But Geechee Gotti is fucking amazing. He's the best. He's the best rapper out. Fuck biased opinions. Fuck biased reviews. Nick Cannon just needs to just chill the fuck out, man. Hitman Holla lost to, they say he lost to Cassidy. That's what Geechee said. I still don't think, I'll still give it 2-1 Hitman Holla versus Cassidy, because Cassidy is like, he was talking about like veneers and like, was that in the goods battle? Something like that. Something stupid, bruh. I don't know, but fuck biased reviews. Everybody just need to chill the fuck out. Dana White says nigga. We'll get the nigga back here, whatever the fuck he said. So y'all put Joe Rogan on the cross for saying nigga, but when Dana White says nigga, y'all gonna fucking go to the UFC fucking shows and shit like that and praise Dana White for sticking up for Joe Rogan. It's a double standard, bro. It's a lose-lose situation. I don't know why. If y'all gonna go so hard on Joe Rogan for saying nigga however many times, like 10 years ago, but you're gonna give a pass at Dana White for calling Joe Rogan a nigga, I don't understand that. I don't understand how white people call each other niggas when they're like not in the heart of Spanish Harlem or fucking like New York or something like that. I don't understand it. But hey, man, if you're white and you call other white people nigga and you don't get punched in the face for it from a black dude, and black people fuck with you, then hey, man, what the fuck am I gonna do, right? I really don't give a fuck. I just think it's a little weird. I'm always gonna, Joe Rogan had to actually apologize for saying shit he said in the past. And then Dana White comes out and says, nigga, whoever the Medici family or whatever mafia Dana White is in, they just need to chill homie out. They're probably like, Dana White, you should just smack yourself in the face, and we're going to add 2 points on the interest on the UFC fights, because you just wilding out right now, B. You need to chill the fuck out. So today on the fucking Pops... on the God's Hour podcast, we have a special presentation. We are going to watch Ab-Soul versus Daylyt. I've seen this battle one time before, but I haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen the whole battle since then.
Before we start.
Alright, so before we get this shit going, I've only seen this battle one time before, like the whole thing. Ab-Soul from TDE, he's not a battle rapper, but somehow he battled Daylyt. Trying to find some sort of info on this battle. A lot of people in the comments are saying they fucking I don't know where, I don't know. these people are like vouching for Absol. They're saying he's the best fucking rapper in Chicago or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I never been there, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what it was. But this is very random, bro. I don't know where they battle, who they battle, where they like. I don't know. I don't understand this shit. There's like a chick with her titties out with mean cleavage, drinking. It looks like a strawberry or something like that. This is an old fucking battle, 2014. Who the fuck uploaded ill mixtape? So that's how you know this is like some bootleg shit. 500,000 views. That's pretty crazy, bruh. Not a lot of rappers, battle rappers, have like 461,000 views, bruh. Like, this is pretty impressive. So we're just gonna go ahead and play this shit.
Let me just say this. I'm dating you, Day. Wait.
Pause.
Wait. Pause. No gay shit. Hold your remarks. What's the difference between a date and a day anyway, Day? A date is a day that's smart. I'm smart. And just because I know you love them so much, I came with name flips for days, tailored just for Day. P. I'm expecting databases verse on data based on turds. My database said, database head, that database head. Is he dope?
What?
No. Who gave database? Ball is what we do best. Flock is projects. That's a home run, Day. The baseball is what we do best. Nice. Carpe diem. That's how you say seize the day in French. I stand behind these bars for the rest of my life. I will never see the light of day again. Now, witnessing this rare occasion, I bear the fruits of my labor. This grape is green. I gotta eat on the go, Day. I hope they told you that everything's soul safe. Don't go a long way from what? A hole in Chipotle. No, this is food for thought. From a dog on top. We been nuts. There was a fool who thought we was new to this, but who knew this would end up a glow stick in the uterus. That's light in the box. And that's
This
light.
is kind of lame.
That's light. But light like to lick twat a lot, so that's right. This what y'all call street? No tales from the crypt this evening. He slipped. Seems he forgot what the C meant. It's your dumb ass fault that last part was so concrete. But I guess you'd have to be kin to get that bar beat. Pardon me. I bet right about now you feeling like Jordan down in the Jordan down. So.
That was
In
pretty
fact,
dope.
it's crazy you even play ball to clear your thoughts before raw backwards. Am I accurate? Raw back, war, raw back. And that's cool. But for this round, save the bull before you let the Jordan downs and Jordan down. Now, as for your crew, well, the villain been itching the skin of dog, and this nigga bought what, 103 Dalmatians? It's safe to say your Mama Dots won't make it. And I'm a fan first, but it won't take too many seconds to leave you in a damn urn. You deserve this disservice. I'll put this man in ERs if he ain't got no man nerves. Man word.
That was dope. That was really good.
I'm expecting some etiquette in your segment, kid. I brought you to the studio to see how we do. So all them antics and funny shit you do for the cameras don't get aired here. They can't see you. Wave your title to this tidal wave. But we do. And you don't appear to be a peer to me. For real. You should kneel to me or something. Fuck it. To keep it 100, you're kneel to me. That's nothing. Heard they've been raising raisins down on Grape Street. That's crazy, right? That's what happens when you expose them grapes to too much daylight. Science will teach you.
That was hard.
So your chances of standing? Sigh. much smaller than my plan to defeat you. Wait, what? I gotta put it in photosynthesis or something, son? Shed some light on day till he's cropped out? No, not now. I won't need a plant to defeat you. But see, Quill, this movie won't need to be continued. You finally encountered something you can't counter, coward. You're counterfeit. And you ain't gotta be in a Walgreens pharmacy to see Quill drug over the counter. After your mother consumed you, you were the fruit of the womb. After you were born, I'm sure you wore Fruit of the Looms. And all I'm trying to figure out is, are you from Grape Street, Crip, or just another fruit in this room? It's crucial you choose. I'm sure you don't want me to assume. I should be against the law to run into. Because we all know in LA I'm W. False or true? Mark. Today is the day I split day in two. What the fuck is battle rap turned day in two? Gotham or from what? Are you Batman, Spawn, or Dave Vaughn? Did you really think Paul Walker was a dope song? If so, you were wrong. But hold on, I got one more. And don't lie to me. Do you really have a Batmobile outside, my G? Don't be so transparent. This nigga light through. If you don't know what transparent means, let me enlighten you. If it's transparent, that means that it lets the light through. So I should smack this transparency for letting light through. Like the nerve of this cat. Lying with emotion and some more shit. This nigga Dave, all bitch. Somebody get Quill a quilt before Quill get killed. Do Quill got skill at all, homie? It was some Braveheart shit. All I heard was Nas, homie. Did you really expect the last days? You know Revelation say we living in the last days. I mean, I see you skim through Genesis and Timothy, but did you get to that page? You got gaps? You think your little Armageddon away of Armageddon? Forget it, Dave. No, really, forget this day. If I had a time machine, I go back in time to see just how many people would say yes today. Nobody found. Nobody found.
I don't know.
That's why I'm ahead today. No. Nobody found. That's why I'm ahead today. No. Nobody found. That's why I'm ahead of day. Somebody check the clock. I think I'm ahead of day. Send them to the chopping block. Off with the head of day. It's only right I be blunt to light. I only gave light a match to light a blunt. I see I should have used a lighter instead. Chill, low. We ain't smoking no purple. We need the fire instead. When I think of daylight, I think of shit like breakfast, morning, birds singing, kids playing. See where I'm going? I mean, you better break fast or have your family mourning. When that bird sing, kid, I ain't playing and you know it. But you know what? Hold up. Hold up. Let me get you right. We add this shit up. Take this 500 before you clap this shit up.
I wonder what he did, because there's like no footage of like this part.
Just say this.
So I really wish I would have seen what he did.
These flashing lights got light flashing, niggas, for the glory. Yo, Buzz Lightyear's from here, Queer. You telling Toy Stories. You boys boring. That's why I'm hogging all lanes. All your bars hogging dolls. That's on everything. Day of Dairy Queen. Deluxe. Bless King. Dearly beloved. All first verse. All first verse. You know I bought a hearse for the sausage you brought worse. Dearly beloved. Here lies this little light of mine that tried to let it shine, and I hate that we have to hear lies from this little light of mine that tried to let it shine. But I'm ill. You men ate when I'm finished, like. You get it, like? That's how you ill, loo, men ate, and finished, like. Good night. Hold on. Let me get you right. You got that for me? You got that for me? bought you some complimentary TDE ski masks.
That's funny. See, I really would have wished, like, I really wish I would have saw this.
The black one.
What you like to do? Black or the white?
Go with the white.
You know what? I don't need to ski mask for this. That's working, man. Quiet down. Question. Do you know how many copies The Matrix sold?
All right, so I feel like Absol, the worst thing that he did was his delivery. Like, I feel like he watched some rap battles and just came on and thought he could fucking rap with Daylyt. But honestly, the lyrics were okay. I feel like he should have just worked on his verse more. This is a 1-round battle, so I'm not expecting too much out of it. But to be honest, it was just kind of, I don't know, a little redundant. He was talking about the Jordan Downs. He was saying how Day is marked out. And it was all right. I just think that this isn't like a fucking Def Jam poetry type shit. Like, this is battle rap. So I'm not expecting Daylyt to go crazy on Absol. And they're doing a 9-minute round, I think. So that's fucking crazy, bro. That's a lot of rhymes. But so, man, I feel like, I don't know, man. I completely get why he didn't battle nobody else ever since then. He's probably not going to battle nobody else now. I just feel like this was just kind of, I don't know, a little lame, a little underwhelming, man. Let's see what Daylyt says before we predict a winner.
It don't matter, The Matrix, so I double cats. I asked them if they seen a glitch. No. Face it, I got it covered, prevail. They say the sail is a thread to hell. The gravitational stitch, cause some niggas seem down. They come up with this perfectly clean round, but I hope you not doing this cause of fear. Of the pen, I'ma prove you pussy within, but I guess it's up to you to risk your career. I retire niggas. I'm the slow lead crew, I could OD2 to even the odds some. He thought he could at least get a baby victory, but all he got was nah, son.
That was good.
Check this out. You're not ready. Either you fight back or I ether you. Thought you could face what I hand you? Well, this isn't peekaboo. Soon as I took a peek at you, you look shocked. Peep it, you put everything at stake. Well done. This is beef, right? Jesus. Holy cow, cut the bull soul before you get meat sliced. I'm from the third. I gotta try you, guy, you play Ryu, you might lose a kin in the street fight. Night slow goddess with both sirens, you still couldn't see light. Division, I got it covered, I'm so Daylyt. Pilot, fly, I be the goblin. We battle for a stack, in fact they had to get a cataract, cause I be the problem.
Wow.
But it's useless. Use less filler, excuse the excuses, but these ass cheek niggas dead. You said you would Friday previously, but that's what the last week nigga said. But keep cool, Joe, cause dog crazy. Get down, we turn niggas vegetable if they don't let us up. He know that heat blow is like Daffy at the casino, nigga, you better duck. But I tell them tails we never tuck. We gon' line that ass up. I'm from the Watts block for decision. My profession is stumping squares the fuck out. We played hopscotch for a living. But that's death. That's just plain old death. It's funny how we all in here, but bro, don't listen. Have a seat, pick chairs, picture this photo. This is so dope, is it? Hold up. Is it because he about to get smoked? Common roll of physics so exquisite, thought I was in here dolo. No, bro. Somebody tell Solo this not a solo mission. The deal closed. Soho, is it? Thought you can fuck with Miguel? I got a Kodo split him. Look at your girl dead in her eyes and say, fuck Dorothy, dog. I'm total dissing. But at this moment, everybody in the room should be scared as hell. As I release bars, they better bail. Objects that I process is parallel. Let's get this aligned. Minus, sinus, the stuff he knows flew overhead is cold. Redemption, stay still. As I apply Daylyt, cause you look like you need medical attention. Don't mind me. See, where my mind be is a mind, explosive. Interior is inferior. This is a hobby, probably. Y'all see, I got the drop on everybody. That's why I reign superior. Whether you like it or not. It's hell for you. Ice play. These bliss tier niggas still can't overshadow a nice day. Remember, you did say you were Friday. But you don't realize you on the weekend to the streets, preaching for their peeps, you asshole. You in the motion to grab toes, you reaching for defeat. I tell them I got the form, cut the sheep, it's all for the woolish. Game, I play is deaf, get sword for the hoodish. Acting, it's tenacting, it's all for the footage. I'm dope, I'm practical crack to you. I need a lot of space. The galactic crew, the actors knew you feel it is Felix. See what the old cat could do, you do. But you got the roots stirred up, Gelatin dropped and slide. And this game is storm chasing. Based on whether you got the drive. Win rounds, destroy their whole city. Will they get tore? Nay. Do you realize I still got a break, brother? When I quake in action, think of Blake and Jackin. Take cover. That's light work, so cut the light switch on and see how the light works, so I cut the light switch off and your light switch off, so somebody get this nigga help. I mean, like, soul assist him. Get him help. I'm sending this nigga out the solar system. I mean, it's simple. Aretha Franklin, you a soul sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's enough, man. I might have to throw one of these masks on, man. I'll finish them off.
He used the match, Dave.
This is weird, yo.
That's moron.
White power to the people.
What?
Back to the main. And I told you once, I gotta give them the quill. And I gotta give them the skill. I be on my tip like I try to give them the bill. New approach bull coach, I try to give them the feel. For Watts, starving, gotta get us a meal. Being modest, this is modern astrology for the real. You can't back up defeat, but I try to get up the hill. Cold, rack up the heat, but I'm tired of niggas that grill. Oh, Chicago in my blood, but I used to be the shyest. Cat form, but now I'm back searching for the highest. Platform, see where I come from, it was sirens, black doors, eyelets, see the violence, what is that for? 4-4, shoot, they screaming, who's that guy? Jesus, his face, they screaming, who's that God? We be on the top, career is getting too high, they knew I would get $1 million, what I do buy. That pink kid in the cup, that Majin blue fly. Tragic, twin maggots, I grew up too fly. They asking who I in front of that They asking who I in front of that triangle black. That's that guy that come with the side Kango hat. We take it back from slinging packs to the stars mission. Older now, I'm in the rover, but it's not a Mars mission. Settle down, one child married, feel like I'm Marge Pippin. Bitches wanna eat my shorts, feel like I'm Bart Simpson. I said it's a full moon, chocolate, dreams pudding. They be liking everything I do, they team woofing. Oh, you got it bad. Two pocket, don't rock it sad. Two watches, that's pocket change. Do copping that cock exchange. Credit good, I'ma pull a card out. Bet it be hysterectomy, show them how to ball out. Cost, they can show they don't stomach though, so they fall out. Whip, double roof, dog barking on the dog house. and I gotta give them the light. My people in the struggle, I gotta give them a fight. Ain't no equal piece of puzzle, hope gotta give us the mic. Ain't no sequel to this puzzle, I gotta give us the light. Wow. They say the Bugatti would up in price. Wow. That's $1 million. I'm done playing with these shit. Y'all is fucking boy Daylyt, man.
Hip hop is not dead. Alright, so I feel like Daylyt won by a milestone. My only problem with this is that Daylyt, he does this weird shit with the mask where he's like having an orgasm or something like that. I feel like Daylyt didn't really take this too seriously, but it was a lot better. His delivery was a lot better than fucking Absol's. I feel like he just needed to work on his delivery and maybe his... I wish I would have seen this on footage, bro, because it would have been a lot different. I feel like this was an okay battle. I mean, it wasn't like an official rap battle for something like a one-on-one type shit. I don't know too many battles that are like this where it's kind of like a rapper versus a battler. But I edge the win to Daylyt, but he didn't win. He didn't kill Absol. Like, he just beat him, like, kind of clearly. But I think this was a good battle. An alright battle nonetheless. You know, nothing crazy, nothing that I would really go back and watch. But for the sake of the shows, it was pretty cool. It's pretty alright. So you already know, man. Big Serbs, Timber. This is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now, while the angels fly over my headstone.